Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I think group leaders are aware that although the Conservatives are down in the seat, we're quite content to leave the seat allocation as it is. So I move that.
Thank you. Councillor Callaghan.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. And just on the report, if I may, move an amendment which officers have, which can be circulated, I believe, or are you just going to...
I haven't got an amendment here.
I mean, yeah, if it's easy, I can just read it out. Up there.
Read it out.
That this council wishes to remove the chair of licensing with immediate effect. Sorry, I was
You'll speak on it.
I do have a second. It's Councillor Brown that will be seconded for this. But this is just to
I need it seconded now.
Shall I speak on it before you have it seconded?
No, she seconded it from behind you. Councillor Callaghan. Councillor Callaghan, you have to speak to you.
Mr. Mayor, there's no real debate necessary other than to say that this is in keeping with the wishes of the Conservative Party at the time of the AGM.
Councillor Turner talking to the amendment.
Yeah, Mr. Mayor, it might have missed some people's attention, but the game slightly changed. Yeah? Now, before, it was this unholy alliance, which is still in existence today. Unholy alliance. Labour can't deny they are well and truly in bed with UKIP. That's what it's meant to. Time and time again, we see it. What a disgusting state of affairs. They can't even step aside graciously and say, no, actually, not only are you the biggest party, you now have equal amount of members with our independent Conservatives. We can command.
Sorry, what was that?
That's not what it says on the council website. That's the
But Mr. Mayor, the game has changed. The standard has changed, and that needs to be observed. Now you can stand in the way of democracy, because that's what we're talking about. And before, we had this new world order. Yeah, the people of Basildon had spoken. Yeah, on this side, we've got nine councillors. On that side, we've got 10. It just doesn't wash anymore. We can command votes of 21. That's equal to you all put together. Now you can deny it if you wish, but you can't deny it to the residents of Basildon. The administration has been running the council fairly in times of no overall control. It's been open and transparent. It's given members an equal opportunity to join in the debate on all the policies. We've had glasnost and perestroika like we've never seen before. And even with a majority, that will still continue. And I think there are some serious benefits in doing that, where we actually pull members together and take them forward. But to stand in the way now of an administration is just arguing the toss over how long you can keep it all together. Now, it is an unholy alliance, whether you like it or not, and you can snigger all you want, but the more you snigger, the more it sounds true, and it rings true. Labour and UKIP are like oil and water. Yeah, we've seen tonight the preposterous state that you get into when you're seduced by one another. You know, there's no argument. Oh, and he knows he's been seduced. Let me tell you. He knows it. I'll tell you what. I'll tell you something now, Mr. The danger is this. Poor old Gav there is on dangerous ground. Because behind him are members that are not happy with his state of affairs. They don't want to be in bed with a right-wing party who are full of hate and racism.
That's the racism. Mr. Mayor, point of order.
Point of order!
Councillor Mrs. Tansley.
No. Just insulted another member of the council.
It's just,
want an apology.
Mr. Mayor, Councillor Ferguson.
You have a point of order. I want to know on which procedure you're raising the point of order.
On the Constitution.
Next time, Councillor Turner, please carry on.
So,
Yeah, he did. He's got away with it.
What we have are
Point of order, Mr. Mayor, Councillor Clancy.
What number?
The Constitution.
Give us a number! What's the number? What's the
Councillor
number?
Flores, please sit down. And if any member wants to raise a point of order, they will do so by indicating which procedural rule they're raising the point of order on. That's from now on. Okay, thank you. Councillor Turner. Mr. Mayor, point of order. Which one? 15C. 15C. We'll check that. No, that's not the right one. Thank you very much. Sit down. Councillor Turner, carry on.
So, Mr. Mayor, this state of affairs can't go on, and if under any other circumstances, members would see just how wrong this is, and they would say to themselves, this isn't fair, this isn't what the groups have been elected to do. Standing in the way of democracy of a party that commands 21 votes is just undemocratic. Undemocratic. And if you look at your amalgamation, if your amalgamation are 21 with a casting vote. Now, Mr. Mayor, I recognise that you are impartial, and we've seen that tonight. But what we need to do is we need to get on with business. And that's what we're here to do. Get on with business. I've only had about 2.5 minutes. Get on with business. Let's stop the shilly-shallying and the gerrymandering that we've seen here tonight. Labour do the right thing. Kick this lot into touch because they're not worthy of representing the residents in any shape or form. You know that and we know that. Let's get back to normal business where we can do what's right for this community and for the residents. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Okay. Councillor Dance.
The Labour Party did have an opportunity, because I put forward a paper to the AGM, to take all the exceptional planning, all the chairmanship, and they did say quite candidly before that they were up for the challenge, all new, exciting, but they rejected that outright because they opted to have a working relationship with UKIP and the other parties to, in effect, carve up the chairmanships of the committees. I think here, so if you were opening gambit, you said it's in line with the AGM. It isn't. You rejected that, and we are as we are today. What you're doing, though, is I think that you're misplaced in your judgment regarding the role of the chairman of the licensing authority. The Licensing Act 2003 makes it clear that it should be non-political, it should be an administrative decision of the council, members of the committee that must be consisting of a minimum of 10, no more than 15, and subcommittees should consist of 3, section 9. And in essence, they are receiving appropriate training to make decisions which affect applicants for licences, individuals, but also residents who have problems with licensed premises calling premises to review. All members on the licensing authority, including the chairman, should undertake that administrative decision. Some call it quasi-judicial, but it's actually an administrative decision in a way that has no bias. There should be no confirmation bias, no political bias, and should be done in a professional way. So therefore, I don't see that because there's been a political change, that there should be a political change, in essence, the chairman, because you're in effect saying that that is a political role, a political decision. If the chairman was, in effect, agreed at the full council and put forward, and he or she has been competent and done nothing which brings into dispute their competence, then I don't see why during the administrative year that should be changed. And it certainly should be changed because there's been a political change. It should be impartial, it should be professional, and that we should have the confidence that that process in place should remain in that way.
Thank you, Councillor Downs. Councillor Blake.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Some of the things that I was going to say have actually been said. But if he was good enough before at the AGM, why is he suddenly not good enough now? What has he actually done wrong on licensing policy? What has he actually done wrong? If someone can actually tell me where he's been so bad, you know, that you brought something forward, absolutely I could understand you doing that. But he hasn't. He's done a sterling job. So if it's good enough then, it should be good enough now. And as Councillor Dad actually said, it's a non-political position, and you are politicising it. That's exactly what you're doing. So it's absolutely wrong in doing it. But I'm going to be very interested to hear how horrible and terrible this man's been, because all I've seen so far when he's been to our group is an asset to the Conservative Party, and somebody who's been exceptionally good, and we're welcoming him on board.
Councillor Baggott.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
This is the last speaker I've indicated, so after this we'll take a vote on the amendment.
Now we see Councillor Callaghan's true colours. I mean, I know some of the Labour group, and do you know what? Some of the Labour group, apart from being Labour, are quite stand up and honourable and believe in doing the right thing for their community. But here you've got Councillor Callaghan. He's got some front because he couldn't even explain why. Just move the amendment, get rid of. And I'll tell you why he couldn't actually explain why. Because he was the one that proposed the order paper with the chairman in place in the first place. So when he articulates bad judgment, how bad is his judgment that he actually appointed someone that he now wants to remove? It's bizarre, and I'm constantly having to correct Councillor Callaghan meetings like this with regards to things like this error of judgment. And I'm sure there are people that are sitting on his side right now, inside they're cringing at the very fact that this has been brought forward. Because they also voted for that particular individual to be the chairman. So they're either saying that they're all guilty of a really bad lapse of judgment and ability to pick a chairman, because none of them have articulated any reason why that chairman should be removed, apart from the political point, which has been established as a judicial committee is irrelevant. I'd be really interested as to how, inside, they can look at themselves in the mirror, were they to vote for this amendment.
Okay, we'll now move to the amendment, which is to remove Councillor Hollyman from the chairmanship of the Licensing Committee. All those in favour, please show. All those against, please show. Thank you. It's a tied vote. I cast my vote in favour of the amendment. We move now back to the recommendations on the Council Committee report. Right, we're back to the substantive motion. All those in favour of the substantive motion, please show. As amended. All those against, please show. As a tied vote, I cast my vote in favour of the recommendation. I now need to invite nominations for the chairmanship of the licensing committee, which must be from existing members of the committee. Councillor Callaghan.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I propose Councillor Alan Bennett, who is a member of the committee, take on the role as chair.
Seconder? Seconder.
Yes, Mr. Mayor, we'd like to propose Stephen Gillian.
And I'll second that, Mr. Chairman.
Any more nominations? Okay. All those in favour of Councillor Bennett? All those in favour of Councillor Hillier? Tie vote. I cast my vote. In favour of Councillor Bennett.